Money laundering is not about suitcases full of cash or secret underground vaults. In reality, it's a structured process used to make illegal money look legal, and it happens quietly every single day. At its core, money laundering has one goal: to hide where money came from, who owns it, and how it was earned. Most laundering follows 3 simple stages. The first stage is placement. This is where illegal money first enters the financial system. Cash from crimes like drug trafficking, fraud, or corruption is too risky to hold. So criminals try to place it into banks or businesses. They do this by depositing small amounts to avoid attention using cash-heavy businesses like restaurants or car washes, buying assets like luxury goods or prepaid cards, using casinos to convert cash into chips. Then cashing out. The goal is simple: get the money inside the system without raising alarms. Once the money is inside, the second stage begins. This stage is called layering. Layering is where the real magic happens. The money is moved around repeatedly to confuse investigators and hide its origin. It's transferred between accounts, countries, companies, and currencies. Common layering methods include wire transfers through multiple banks, shell companies with fake ownership, offshore accounts in secrecy-friendly countries, fake invoices and false business transactions, crypto wallets and exchanges, buying and selling assets quickly. Each layer makes the money harder to trace. By the end, the trail is so complex that following it becomes extremely difficult. Then comes the final stage. This is called integration. Integration is when the money re-enters the economy looking completely legitimate. At this point, it appears clean. The funds might show up as business profits, investment returns, real estate income, art sales, consulting fees, loans paid back, crypto gains. Once integrated, the money can be spent freely on property, cars, investments, or lifestyle without drawing suspicion. To most people, it looks like normal success. What makes money laundering so powerful is that it often hides in plain sight. Banks process millions of transactions daily. Governments rely on reporting systems. And criminals exploit gaps, speed, and global complexity. Modern laundering is rarely one person working alone. It involves networks of lawyers, accountants, shell companies, and international structures. Technology has made laundering both harder and easier. Harder because banks use AI and monitoring systems, governments enforce KYC and AML laws, transactions leave digital footprints. But easier because money moves globally in seconds. Crypto adds complexity. Offshore structures still exist. Regulations vary by country. That's why money laundering still exists, despite strict laws. And here's the most important thing to understand. Most money laundering doesn't look illegal on the surface. It looks boring, professional, corporate. It hides behind paperwork, transactions, and legal structures. That's why authorities focus less on cash today and more on patterns, unusual behavior, inconsistent income, complex ownership, transactions that don't make business sense. In the end, money laundering isn't about crime movies or dramatic scenes. It's about systems, structure, and scale. And understanding how it works explains why financial transparency, regulation, and monitoring matter so much in the modern world. Because when money moves without accountability, it doesn't just fund crime, it quietly reshapes economies.